Good morning! How you doing today, honey? Share this with somebody on their group, their timeline, and their messenger, honey. You know what it is. Caring is sharing, or sharing is caring, however you see it, y'all. Let's just jump right on into it, because I got to go to work, child. People be out here getting their coins. Shout out to all the women and men that's getting their coins. Anyway, intimacy is important, honey. It is very, 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 very important. And intimacy ain't just always you being inside of me. Intimacy is conversation, is courting, is talking, is loving on each other, spending time with each other. That's intimacy. And it's very, very important. Do you know how 99.9% of the affairs get started? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you, because let me tell you how mine got started. A lack of intimacy. Having sex with your spouse ain't intimacy. That's just you doing your duty, okay? And it's your duty to please that booty. That was a good one. Anyway, it stemmed from a lack of intimacy, a lack of conversation, a lack of you pretending like I'm here. You know, you could be married to people and have children and been in long-standing relationship, but there's no intimacy. There's no togetherness. You ain't got nothing in common. I can't talk to you. I can't do nothing with you other than, you know, booty time. You know, that's not intimacy. So with me, a lack of intimacy led to an affair. And I say this with all honesty, it wasn't a lack of sex. Something wrong with this thing. Because we were doing that. It was the intimacy part. Conversation is intimacy. A woman will start cheating on their husband because somebody started talking to them, giving them compliments, saying things to them that they're not accustomed to hearing. It's like your spirit be deprived of air, love, space, and a lack of intimacy leads to affairs. So if you don't want your wife talking to other people and you don't want your husband talking to other people, you got to be intimate with one another. You have to go back and revisit what intimacy looks like for each person, because you do know as you get older and time changes. Good morning, everybody. Life changes. Things about you change. The stuff that you used to like 20 years ago, I don't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Intimacy is growth. We're growing together. We're learning together. You got to be an avid learner when you're married to somebody. You got to forever be intimate. You always got to be into that person, because if not, Joe will be into your wife. Susan will be on top of your husband. It just is what it is. Because they're spending time with that person. They're stroking that person's ego. They're talking to them. They're lending their ear. They're buying them gifts. Whatever it is that you know you need to keep your fire burning, somebody random will just come up and be able to do it, because you don't have a surrender heart. When you married, I learned this from the 3. You got to have a surrendered heart. I don't know why my nose trying to run, y'all. A surrendered heart means that you're flexible and you're willing to change. You're willing to good morning. You're willing to go with the flow. You're willing to yield yourself to your spouse, because that's what marriage is. Marriage is supposed to resemble the body of Christ. Christ so loved, he gave. So as a husband and a wife, you got to be willing to give of yourself to your spouse. That's intimacy. Forever learning about that person. That's intimacy. Don't get tired of that person. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll get tired and get old, but then you'll go on your job, start taking coffee breaks with Susanna, start talking to Susanna, and then you're overly indulged in somebody else, when all you got to do is put that same energy that you're putting into other people into the person that you took vows with, is all I'm saying. Intimacy is hard work. It takes dedication. It takes persistence, and you got to do it. You got to do it. If you want your marriage to last forever, if you want to be that person that that people be looking at like, well, you know, Lee Ellen and Alberta stayed together for 98 years. You got to go revisit intimacy, not sex, intimacy. Date your spouse. Talk to your spouse. See what has changed. Because if you've been with somebody over 5 or 6 years, things change. Just like children grow up. Children grow up. You get raises on your job. Everything is forever changing. But when you're married, sometimes you feel like that person is not supposed to change. Go back and do a wellness check, because I have changed. I had 3 children. 118, 123. I've changed. Things have changed. Okay? The stuff I used to like, I might not be into that no more. But if you spend time with me, talking to me, communing with me, getting to know me, the new me, the 2024 me. We have, what you call them thing? New Year resolution every year. You lose weight. We're going to buy a new house. We're going to buy a new car. But we don't never put on there, I need to go rebuild this relationship with my spouse. No, you want to build a relationship with somebody else, because it's much easier for you to start building with somebody else versus with the person that you took the vows with. Not realizing that, again, if you put the same energy that you put into Lulu, into this person, you get down to the root of the problem. It's hard to rebuild when there's no trust. If you have been the person that broke the trust in the relationship, think that you just want to go start a new relationship with somebody when I done invested 30 years of myself with you. No. I need you to get into me. Be intimate with me. Take me on trips. Talk to me. All these kind of things. I need you. I need that. We need that. So on this morning, I just encourage you. If your spouse has hurt you, if y'all still married, and you still trying to make it work, go get help. If y'all can't do it by yourself, reach out to somebody that can help you guys get to the root of the problem. And when you get into the root of the problem, it don't mean that you got to keep revisiting the problem. It means that we're going to sit down, we're going to talk about it. You're going to end all outside relationships. You got to end it, and we're going to start afresh, because it can be done. It just takes both people. Why go start building something new with somebody when you can just remodel the house that you already got? Just remodel. Let's move some things around. Thank you. You got to move some things around. Yeah, you ain't got to go buy no brand new house. Brand new houses are expensive. And it's getting old. Hello? What you look like 59, got to rebuild your life. If you don't go sit down somewhere and come over here with me with Yvonne and fix our lives, I know something. We're not finna start over. No. We're gonna work on the issues at hand. And you gotta be willing to change. A lot of men get stubborn and they put their heels down. And it really do take a woman going to fill out some divorce paperwork, putting them in front of you for you to see that ain't nobody playing with you, because we don't think you cute like that. We want you to change, but we ain't finna go crazy, bat crazy, trying to make you change. That's not what I'm saying, because there are times where people just don't want to change. So what do you do? I want to be intimate with you. I want to have intimacy with you, but you don't want to change. You got to be willing to change. We got to be on the same path, the same level field. And then I always buy people mind. I want somebody to go to church. Okay. Yeah, we can go to church. We can go, but I'm going to be the church at the house. I'm going to be the change that you need to see. And you be the change that I need to see. Church shouldn't be the motive factor in your life that you and your husband can't be together because he don't go to church. What? Girl, if you don't go sit down, because I'm here to tell you, you going over there looking at Deacon Frankie Joe, thinking that he's so such much because he's showing up and don't know what these people got going on outside their life. So like I'm trying to tell you, you better stay with the one you with. Stay with the one you with. It's okay for you to want somebody to go to church, but people go to church still got issues. And what I've learned is some of them got a lot of issues. Hello? So stay with your average Joe. Pray and ask God to send deliverance, and y'all work on each other. Hello? Yeah, they be thinking that they need to divorce their husband and because their husband don't want to go to church. What? Girl, you better go get you one in the church. I bet you'll be going back over there to your husband to my baby, please, 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 please. I bet you. I bet you will. Yeah, you will. Because everybody have issues. You know what I'm saying? And you be thinking that the people in church shouldn't act the way that they act, but they be half of the worst ones. No shade to nobody. Hello, somebody. Now, back to it. Intimacy. You knew he didn't go to church. Thank you. You knew when you got with him, he didn't go to church. 9 years later, you don't start going to church. You get yourself together. Now you mad because he don't want to go to church with you. What? Hello? No, change is subtle. For change comes, but sometimes change is subtle. Some people ain't just gonna throw away all their wine coolers just because you went to prayer meeting and you went to revival. You know what I'm saying? You got to give people time to work out their own soul salvation. Hello? But anyway, intimacy. We want intimacy back in our marriages. We got to start over, some of us. We got to start where we at. And we can't look at other people's level of intimacy as a lever to what's going on in your house. The temperature in your house is different from the temperature. Your husband is different from her husband. His wife is different from his wife. So you have to come up with your own recipe of intimacy for your marriage. Stop trying to make your marriage look like other people's marriage, or making your spouse look like other people. No. Love people for where they are. Yes, we expect more out of everybody. But if you don't get up and go on your job trying to hog and change the people on your job with great force, don't be going to your house thinking that you finna be changing people like that. No, everything is a process. So anyway, if you have not ordered Love Sync by the Loves, click on the link above. It will bring intimacy, conversation, love, joy, and peace back into your relationship. It's conversational starters. It's prayers. It's morning devotional for you and your husband, you and your soon-to-be husband. And if they don't want to participate, you still do it. I learned a long time ago, it takes one to tango. You always do what's right, and God will be right with you. Okay? Y'all be blessed.